way. All right, we're doing a formative assessment on the graphs. Don't mind the back page right now. The back page is for afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to give you probably only about 2 minutes. It's just matching graphs with what the function is. Okay, and then once the 2 minutes is up, we'll talk about what we're doing after that. Okay. As soon as you get it, you can start and just put the answer on top of the graph. Reciprocal function, and number 8 should have been the quadratic. Okay, count up how many you got right and put it up in the top of the score. Okay, flip it to the back side. Okay, if you got 100%, we're going to have to rearrange real quick, but if you got 100%, you're going to play memory. Do you guys remember the game Memory? Where you have them all flipped over, and then you flip one card and it's a dog, and you're trying to flip another card to find the dog. Same idea with memory, except for you flip one card and it's maybe a graph. So the other card you're looking for would be what the function is or what the equation is. Okay, so if you got 100%, that's what you're going to do. If you got 6 or 7, forget that 8 part, the 6 or 7 right, you're going to make corrections and then go back through on your own, either with your notes or with a book, and you're going to write what the equation is next to it, because you wrote the name. You're going to write what the equation is next to it, and you're going to do a t-chart of that parent function. If you got 5 or less, we're going to work together to remember these functions, and we'll go over the corrections together. We'll write down the equations together, and then you're going to do a t-chart on your own. And my people that got 5 or less have to then, at the very end, redo the graphs on their own and draw them. Does that make sense on what we're doing? Okay, raise over. What graph is that? Absolute value. So the next card you're trying to flip over will either be the equation for the absolute value, or you look for absolute value function. It could be 1 or 2 of those. There is one free card, so it's a graph that doesn't have a graph on it, so you can use that as a free one. 5 and 6, you guys should be working right now. Who are my people that got lower than 5? All right, you guys, you can back here. Yeah, okay. All right, number 1, for my people that got 5 or lower, number 1. Why is that a constant function? We talked about this in the last test. Why is that a constant function? Jesse? It goes on forever, constant. It's not increasing or decreasing. So that one should be for you, Trevor. Okay, number 2. We talked about number 2. That one's a review. The absolute value is the one shaped like a V. What's a good way of remembering absolute value? Shaped like a V. Value starts with a V, right? So we're going to remember the absolute value one has the V shaped. Who remembers what the equation is for the absolute value one? Yeah, Michael?
Y equals x and not the value.
Yeah, so right next to it, write y equals the absolute value of x, because that's the equation. So you're looking for...
Do you take them out now?
No, the blank has to match up with a different piece of it. The only time we graph parabolas is a quadrant. So what you guys need to do now is go back through and do t-charts for number 3, 4, and 8. Do t-charts for 3, 4, and 8. And then once you're done with that, try and go from memory and graph these guys, okay?